This is going to be a video about prevention and learning things. You don't always get everything right the first time. We got the trees and we got some deer netting. We were going to fence off the whole area, but we just couldn't do that in time, and fence costs a lot. So we were going to do it with deer netting, but we figured that when we planted them, we could maybe wait a while by putting these sticks into the ground and then putting this deer netting around it after we had planted the trees, of course. And well, here's an example. This is our cherry tree right there. Yeah, I think you know where this is going, unfortunately. The deer have always been a nuisance in this forest, too, with the things we plant, that is. But we thought that maybe these deer netting stick things could stop them, and for a while they did. These trees sat here for months as they grew healthy, and now I'll take you on a tour. You see, here is our Honeycrisp apple. Yep. As you can see, it was very well, these deer netting, but it didn't really matter because the deer around here are very, what would you call it? Very insistent. All they did was just poke a hole through it and then eat the leaves. So yeah, not very nice. This one was an interesting apple. It's called a Newtown Pippin variety, and it's still alive, at least. Don't ask me how they got this one. Oh, here it is, yeah. They just stuck a hole through it. But I don't want to be too depressing in this video. So, oh, this one they just stomped right into it and then ate all the leaves. It was growing very well. But this didn't all happen in one night. It started with one tree. This tree, which was a gala, and this tree, which is a pear. It's still alive, but the deer are maniacs. They just ripped the whole top of it off and knocked in the sides. But it's still growing from down below, so maybe it'll survive. But these two got it first. So we thought, they're going to be back. We need to do something. Well, the most obvious thing is to put up a big tall fence, but have you seen the price of those lately? It's just not really something we can do right now, so I tried to think of an alternative way to try to protect them, so we got this fishing line, and we strung it several times, because the theory is that the deer walks into it and gets frightened, and then it backs off, or it just tries to go through it, and, well, a fishing line of any strength wouldn't stop a deer if it came charging, but it would provide a little resistance that it would want to go away. And that was the experiment I was talking about in the earlier videos, if you've seen them. So I stringed it up, down, but it doesn't seem to matter. As you can see, the strings all just came together from the deer pushing underneath them, or just walking straight over top of them. They're very persistent and not afraid of anything. I don't know how deer became like this. It almost it almost makes me want to turn violent against the deer, but I'm resisting that. They have one more chance. This one was a Fuji. Still a little alive. Is that all of them? Oh, over here. This one was a Arkansas black, or Arkansas black. But yeah, this was the food forest, and it's a bit of a setback, but the moral of the video is that this has happened, but we're not giving up yet. Some of these trees are still alive, and we're going to get more trees next year. You can't give up when things like this happen. Because, you know, then you'll never get apples that way. So, before we get any more trees, we're going to fix the situation, but this whole area that I want to fence in is about 600 feet in diameter, so that will take a lot of fencing, so we have to think of a sort of unique way to fence things in, because big 7-foot tall, just plain old-fashioned fence would be a bit expensive, and also I wouldn't want to. I just don't like the look of it. It would broadcast where we are in the woods, you could say. Yeah, the deer have one more chance, as we will fence things in. At least there's a little bit of hope, because over here we've planted, this was the original idea. Oh. Okay, they're all eaten. Oh no, wait, there's some that are still alive. Here we are. Blackberries. Yes, we're going to plant a wall of blackberries, and we figured that since blackberries grow in the forest, that they must not be eaten so much, because how else would blackberries survive? And they are surviving pretty well, at least the ones that blend in with the natural fauna, which could provide an idea for how some of these things survive, because deer do not eat these Oregon grapes. As you can see, that's a blackberry, that's an Oregon grape, almost looks the same, and it just goes on like this. A few of them have been eaten, but they have grown back. They're very resistant, so that's a positive note to end on. Also got this one string of fishing line, but I don't really know if that'll do anything. Maybe come back here and add a few more strings. Anyway, that's the update on the food forest, and maybe one day when I make a video saying, look at this food forest, it's huge, and look at all these fruits that I'm growing, you'll look back to this video and remember what we had to go through to get to that, and that should inspire people. So yeah, that's all for now from the at present ruined food forest. I'd like to say see you next time, and until next time, I always forget my own slogan. What was it? Oh yeah, keep it simple. On another high note to end on, at least I still got this hazelnut tree over by the poly tent. Yeah, it's only one. In the spring, its companion hazelnut plant died for no reason, so we'll have to get a new one of those. But at least we have this one. We really have to do something to stop the deer from eating it.